Hi, and welcome to Simple Spirituality PH. Now, for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Regine. I am an intuitive, manifesting-based tarot reader. I am a certified Reiki healer and an overall light worker. And before we dive into today's video, I would like to invite everyone who would like to receive notifications of my new videos to please hit the subscribe button over there. If you like this video later on, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, suggestions, you want to say hey, please do comment them down below. And if you would like your very own tarot reading or Reiki healing session with me online, here are the details. Alrighty, so let's get to the meat of the video. Now, today we're going to be using as you can see, the Isis Oracle. And for today's nails, here they are, kind of like an ombre-ish French tip. I've always loved French tip nails, and whenever I can see them in, what do you call these, press-on form, I will get them. These are really pretty. They're very long though, for me, but yeah, I like them. We're gonna be using them today. Sorry about that. Anyways, here we are. So, like I said, we're going to be using the Isis Oracle for today. I think I have an unboxing of this. I will leave it linked up there if I find it. If I do have one, an unboxing of this, or like a flip through of it, I'll leave it there. But let's get to the meat of the video. All right, now this is a very interesting video because I don't see this topic often being requested or being dabbled into, but we'll do it. And today it is Jungi's love life, right? Jungi's love life. Now, we're going to be choosing the cards. I'll do it like this so that I don't see anything. Let's choose one for current. Let's choose two. So I'll pick one for current and I'll pick one for what is Jungi's type, right? Now, before y'all say anything, I know that there's probably a video of Jungi expressing the type of woman that he desires or that he likes, you know, the kind of personality or the kind of traits that he looks for in a woman, but everyone changes, yo. Like, maybe for that video that's valid, maybe up to now that's valid, maybe now it's not valid. So we're doing the most updated version of what he likes. Of course, it's not factual, it is energetic. So we are going to look into that. And we're going to see if it has changed, you know, if his type has changed or not. So first things first, this card is going to be current. This card is going to be what his type is, or who Jungi's type is. What kinds of personalities and traits does Jungi look for in a person that he would like to be in a romantic relationship with, right? Now, let's go first with this one. Now, these cards do have a description at the back. Let's read it. There we go. Past life, present power. As the soul grows in service to the great feminine and her intention that intention that all beings be healed and free, it gathers internal resources to assist on the path. These resources include powers and gifts from other lifetimes. You are currently integrating past life abilities. Be open to what is taking place as your soul awakens ancient power and abilities within you. This is very interesting to me. Now, there are a lot of messages that are coming out right at this very moment for Jungi, in terms of his love life, all right? If you're asking if he has a romantic partner, what I'm getting from this is no. But I'm getting from this, this is the current point in time, okay? Let's be very clear because I know y'all love to come for me sometimes. So, at this point in time, it is March 6th, 2025, right? The energies are saying no, Jungi doesn't have a romantic partner, or it's most likely that he's not really involved in anything romantic, or it's not his priority at that time, right? But it's very interesting to me because this card is outright telling me that only time will tell. So it seems like something is brewing, whether Jungi knows it or not, whether Suga knows it or not. Something is brewing. It might be, and based on the description at the back, it might be someone from his past, right? Maybe there is a person who Jungi has admired from in the past. Maybe he's had a crush on her from the past, you know. and it's coming to surface again. Maybe he's feeling these things or thinking these thoughts for her again. Or sorry, will be feeling them because it's kind of coming. It's in the future kind of type situation, right? So it might be coming up again for him, and it might be arousing his interest again, you know? Maybe this time around he's going to want to do something about it, right? Maybe he's going to want to court her, or maybe he's going to want to make a move, or maybe he's going to want to spend time with this person. Either way, whatever action he does, it seems like it is something from his past or someone from his past that is piquing his interest. Now, another interpretation of this that I see that is also quite possible is that it is from a past life. All right? It might be from a past life as well. Okay? Now, I forget who it is, but I know that someone read for BTS too, and they did see that they did meet each other, like all of them, right? Like the entire OT7, they met all together in a past life. Now, here's the thing. Our lives right now, it's our current life, right? And we all have past lives. And some of the people that we meet in this life, we actually have already met or even have relationships with, have connections, have interactions with, have had connections, interactions, and relationships with in the past already. So this potential partner of Yoongi might be someone from his past. Maybe they have met in the past, maybe they have crossed paths in the past already in a past life, and it might have been a story that didn't continue back then, but it might continue in this timeline, right? And that's why time is the biggest picture that you see here, you know? It's bound by time. This is something that was maybe started in the past. That's the main thing here. It was started in the past. It was a relationship, an interaction that was started in the past, but perhaps didn't see through. Maybe it didn't follow through. Maybe it didn't even finish. And now it's kind of like acting up again for one thing or another, right? Sometimes that happens, right? And so that is where Yoongi currently is right now. It's not really his main priority in terms of love life, I would say. And it is time bound, meaning it's something, again, it is something that started in the past and now it's coming up again for him and for the person involved in this dynamic, right? So again, I know y'all are old. I know y'all just want me to go to the main point in terms of does Yoongi have a romantic partner at the moment? The card is saying no, but it might be that in the future, it's quite possible that only time will tell before Yoongi will have a romantic partner. And again, I will say this. This might be valid up until tomorrow, right? Time frames are very different and change is always the constant thing here. Whatever I say right now might not be valid tomorrow, or it could still be valid up until tomorrow. That's the magical thing about energy in life, is that it constantly changes according to what you want, right? So that is the reading for that. Now, let's look at what Yoongi's type is. Let's delve into that, because I'm quite curious as well. Yoongi's kind of difficult to read, to be honest, because he's very closed off in terms of he knows how to keep his energy kept hidden very well, you know? We think we know Yoongi, and we see bits and pieces of him in Run BTS, in the Soup, in the background, right? In background videos and behind the scenes videos. But do we really know Yoongi? If you ask yourself that, it's a very difficult question to answer, right? Because we can only look into how much we see. Now, the cards can look a little bit further than that. So let's check what type of a woman Yoongi likes. And same with this card. This card also has a description at the back. Let's read it. The Lunar Queen. There is a deep feminine wisdom that recognizes the importance of cycles of rest and replenishment as essential to balance our actions of power and demonstration. You are asked to allow this replenishment for yourself now, trusting that you are in a cycle of creation that is about to shift into a new phase. Release and enjoy the process without having to control or force it, right? It's a good message for us, but at the same time, I can also see very clearly the kind of woman that, or the kind of person that Yoongi wants in a romantic partner. So currently, all right, currently, because again, this can change, his type might change. And I've actually experienced that in the past. You know, I had a certain type of man that I wanted in the past. Like I have a type. I think all of us have a type, you know. But now I find that my type is very different from what I wanted in the past. So very interesting how change works, right? For Yoongi, he does want someone who is very powerful in herself, very confident and very powerful in herself. And this is because this his energy is not to baby a person, right? Like he's not going to want to hold your hand throughout the entire way. Some members may, you know, some members may. Like for example, I see that with Jimin. Like Jimin has no problem spoon feeding and hand holding, but I see that with Yoongi, a lot of independence. If you are an independent woman, if you are an independent, confident, self-assured woman who is creative, who allow again the cycles, right? Talking about cycles, who allows the cycles to come and go, allows the cycles of creativity to come and go. You're a perfect fit for Yoongi's type at the moment, right? So it's the kind of woman who is very sure of herself, who doesn't waver, who doesn't need anyone or anything to define her because she can already define herself. She knows who she is and she lives as that person throughout her days, you know, on a day-to-day basis. She doesn't need much help, although I see that Yoongi is willing to help her, but she doesn't need much help, aka hand holding, right? This is a person who is very independent, who is assertive, that's the right word, who is assertive in life, and who is the type of person who can really get by without much assistance, you know? I don't know if you noticed, but there are some people who they just see, I mean, not to be judgmental, but also kind of be, also to kind of be a little judgmental, but there are some people who they just require a lot of help. You know, maybe they're not just as put together as other people are, you know, or maybe they just really have not experienced a lot of things that they require a lot of assistance, but there are some people who just really need a lot of help. And again, not to judge them, but this is not the kind of person that Yoongi is looking for. The kind of person that Yoongi is looking for, who Yoongi is looking for rather, is put together. They, like, this is the kind of woman who can be fine without Yoongi. A strong, independent, but creative, highly creative woman who, very interestingly, also knows how to rest, because we're talking about cycles here as well, right? And with cycles, you have cycles where you have days when you are headstrong on your creativity and your work ethic. And there are days when you just go slow, you go chill, you rest because you know the importance of rest. It's kind of like when you're exercising, right? If you exercise continuously every day for, like, you know, for the rest of your life, then you probably won't build up a lot of muscle. You probably will break down your body a lot faster, and that is because you need rest to recover. You need rest for the muscles to form. You need rest in order for your body and your cells to heal so that you can push them again the next time around. That's where muscles actually form, when you rest, when you're at your resting phase. So don't skip that day either. But yes, this is the kind of person who knows that rest is essential. It's not a woo-woo thing. It's not a self-care. Well, it is self-care. It's not a soft, in my me era. It's a necessity. It's as basic as breathing. Rest is as basic as breathing. So take a cue from Jungi. Let's deviate a little bit. Take a cue from Jungi. That's, well, Jungi's type rather. Take a cue from Jungi's type that when you live your day to day, remember to rest. You know, take that day off. Take that leave if you want to, if you feel that you require another day of rest, because it's really important. It's not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's as essential as repairing. Think of rest as repairing your cells, because that is what they need, you know. And this is true especially for people who have a job that utilize their body, aka Jungi, right? He uses his voice, he uses his body for dancing. His main source of income is his body. And so he needs to rest. And he also needs that for creativity. Because what will happen if you don't rest? You'll burn out both in body and mind, right? And again, Jungi does not have the time to handhold you if you burn out. If you burn out, that is out of your own accord. It's because you didn't take the time to rest. And again, we're saying that Jungi wants a person who knows that she needs to rest. She knows how to work, she knows how to party, but she also knows when to rest, right? And that is what makes her an independent, confident, yet highly creative woman who is a type of Jungi. All right? That is it. I hope this was fun. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, suggestions, you want to say hey, please do comment them down below. If you would like to receive notifications of my new videos, please hit the subscribe button over there. And if you would like your very own tarot reading or Reiki healing session with me online, here are the details. Now, actually, if you do live in the Philippines, I can also do face-to-face. I have a lot of clients who come to me for face-to-face readings. Just message me as well. You can also message me on my Instagram. Just backtrack a little bit when I posted my details, right? So you can do that. And also I do have a donation button down below. You're not required to do so, but if you like my content and if you would like to tip me, you know, and thank you to everyone who has tipped thus far. I really appreciate it. Like, it's, yeah, I have no other words to say it, but just thanks and appreciation. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you for doing that. Again, you're not required to tip me or do so, you know, but if you would like to, that is the only link by which you can do it. All right, there's no other link. That is the only link by which you can do it. All right, and I will see you guys next time. You will see these nails again, I promise. Bye.